Hi everyone, this is Tina from Totally Love to Craft. I am here with a gorgeous brand new hot air balloon beautiful board piece from Reneabouquets. I am going to show you today how to color the beautiful board with distress ink markers. And I have a little helper with me today, my daughter, Miss Echo Ray.
Hi!
She's gonna help me a little bit today. She's super excited. Okay, so the first thing I do when coloring with beautiful board is I wet it down. So I'm just gonna wet down with my water brush the areas that I'm gonna color first. And I am gonna go with the browns first, and I will start out with the lightest color, and then I'll add the darker shades. So sometimes I color by adding the colors straight to the beautiful board, and sometimes I color on my mat and then I add the colors with my water brush. It really depends on what you want to do. There's no right or wrong way. It's just different styles, and it will give you different looks as well. The painting on the side or on your craft mat is a little bit a lighter look, which I tend to love. The antique linen, I like that a little better. Okay, so I'm going to continue up with this color on the strings, or where it would be rope. And this is a very light color, but we're going to add more color in, remember, with the other darker colors. So here we have Vintage Photo, and I am going to wet down the wood again and color, just a little bit. It tends to dry quickly, so I wet it down over and over. And when you're coloring like this, you color in layers. And so you could just do, a little bit at a time. So I always use the brush end of the marker. So I'm just gonna go around, the outside a little bit and give this basket a little bit of dimension with the darker brown color. So this one, it might not look like it's adding much of the detail, but it is giving a little bit of depth as you go through and get all the corners and stuff.
On the edges of the rope in the basket. have the edges done right here. I'm going to kind of go over it with water again, and this will kind of blend out any harsh lines that we have.
Then I'm going to grab the antique linen again and kind of try to smooth out this again, the top here. You want to be careful about adding too much water to the beautiful board. So here we're using the One Lipstick Distress Ink marker. And since this is a breast cancer card, I am using pink for the ribbons, and I'll use that for the beads as well. Again, I'm going around the outside, kind of going over the places that would be dark in color, the edges, the ends, inside the ribbon. You know, I think that this beautiful board is very forgiving. You don't have to be perfect. You know, I'm working quickly, just really giving it a rough color here. I'm going to wet the ribbons down just a bit again, and I'm going to go over with the light pink. Thank you. The light pink is Spun Sugar. I'm going to wet down the places for the beads, and I'm just going to go over those with the light pink color. Thank you, Echo.
You're welcome.
It's going to go super quick, adding just a little bit of color so that they'll have color where the beads show or don't cover. Okay, so now we're ready for the ribbon. And what I'm going to do again is I'm going to wet down the ribbon here. And then I am going to use the dark pink color and go around the edges like I did before, shading, you know, the dark pink where shadows should be. So again, we're taking the worn lipstick, using the brush end, and just coloring kind of, you know, where the shades should be, the darkest color. Okay, now we'll go with the water brush again, and we will wet it down for the soft pink we'll be adding, which, thank you, is the spun sugar. So with the brush end, we're gonna just go right over the top of the shadow color. Okay, so I think we're done coloring now. Well, for the most part. I'm gonna look back and see if there's anywhere that I think I need to add more color. Okay, and I'm thinking this little line over here. So we need the antique linen, and we will go back over that. And I think that looks pretty good. So we are done with the coloring. And my fantastic little assistant has gone and got me the beautiful beads that we'll be using. And I am going to attach them. It's with, it's actually a glue that I had bought from someone on Instagram. It's kind of like a liquid hot glue. It actually is stringy like hot glue and everything. So it works really well. So, you know, I'm just gonna put a little dollop of glue here, and then we'll place the bigger beads on the big circles. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna add some smaller ones down here. I love that these beads have different colors on them. They add a great texture and dimension to this hot air balloon. Okay, and now I am going to put little tiny beads all around the top. Doesn't that look beautiful? Now I will use my hot glue gun and get rid of all the little stringy flyaways, and I'll make my card and I'll come back and show you that. Hi everyone! Here's the finished product of the Reneabouquets card with the hot air balloon that I colored with the stress markers. See, I added texture with the glitter glass and ribbon and seam binding. I love to use seam binding on my cards. This is just a really pretty card. I am going to add a sentiment, but I love how the hot air balloon looks with a little bit of color added. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoy the coloring video. Anyways, thank you for stopping by. Have a great day.